Hello and welcome to the Brain Rack.
Brain Rack. Welcome back to the Brain Rack?
Something like that. Well, we're back. Hopefully. Yeah, we are back.
I sure hope you haven't missed us too much, but if you haven't noticed, we've been gone for a little while.
Indeed. I don't think it's called a maternity leave, but I don't know what it would be called whenever somebody gets married and leaves to do that.
Takes time off work because he's getting hitched. He or she's getting hitched.
Maybe it's a hitched leave.
A hitched leave?
Probably not, but anyways, this guy got married since we last recorded, so that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's actually been, at the time of this recording, I've been married a little over a year now already. And
happy anniversary, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait.
Oh.
Anyways.
So, how exactly... Well, should we just kind of explain the new direction we want to take this show again?
Yeah, let's do that. So, I guess what we're thinking is a little bit more in the 4 quarterly type seasonal.
Yeah, because we had an idea to take this show by literal seasons, as in like weather seasons, and to make that kind of like a season for our show itself. And that way, it's kind of a little bit easier for people to follow the kind of like time placement of different episodes and different happenings. So we're gonna stick with that idea, but how we used to do it before, we would take one topic and we kind of expound upon it. But now, we kind of have ideas that come through our heads, and then whenever he and I get together, we'll just expound on
different ideas. Kind of like what... let's go through some of the ideas that we have already.
Yeah, at least yours, because mine, silly me, I did not think of transferring my ideas over from an old device I had to a new device I recently just transferred over, because, well...
Or at least bring the old device.
Yeah, but...
Okay.
Next time, hopefully next episode, it will be a little bit, I'll have my ideas to kind of share, but we'll expound with what you have to start with.
Okay. We also need to find that email too. Yeah. Anyways, so one of the ones that I had in June of this year was exercise, martial arts, and the benefits of that.
Mm-hmm.
We can expound more on that in the episode we talk about it, but then healthy eating and unhealthy eating. What are ramifications to each on sleeping, exercise, and day-to-day activities?
Mm-hmm.
Make a list of topics, serious, and that was more personalized type for our info. Mm-hmm. Anyways. And then ties and where they came from. I personally love wearing ties. How about you?
Oh, for sure. But my work doesn't require it.
Nor does mine.
But it's. My dad always used to tell me, look sharp, feel sharp, be sharp, and having a tie on while you work is a definite plus to that idea. However, his work and my work are kind of different.
I'm a sales associate at Walmart.
And I'm a shift manager at an Arby's, so I'm constantly moving, and I'm constantly kind of working in a hot kitchen, so wearing a tie and getting a dress shirt dirty can really wear out on clothing, so I don't usually get that dressy for work very often. But I have done it before.
Got it. And now, that would be actually an interesting invention. A sweaty... or like a grease or, a workman's dress shirt, if you will, with a workman's tie and stuff like that.
Or you could just dedicate a work shirt and tie that you don't mind getting dirty. That works too.
It would, indeed. Work in general, speaking of work, that's kind of funny because
the next... That was your next item. Work in general. Oh.
That's kind of a funny thought too.
But just also a side note, these will just kind of be like things to like hit us off on different conversations, because we're planning on, instead of just staying with just the one topic, we'll start there, and then we want our conversations to organically just kind of happen.
Yep. Kind of like
make that content. So
exactly,
instead of trying to draw it out.
Yeah, kind of like whenever we were back in, whenever we first met. Would you agree with that? Mm-hmm. Because whenever we first met, we would spend. I would take him home after hanging out.
Before I could drive.
Yep. And I could. I would take him home, and we would probably wait around in the car talking, having ideas and stories, fantasizing, if you will.
Right. So we basically want to take that, those kinds of conversations, and we want to record them, and we hope that you, the viewer, will kind of enjoy the same ridiculous tangents that we can get off on.
Exactly.
Because I remember staying in the car for hours.
Yep. As I was going to say, we would stay in there until like maybe 1, 2, perhaps 3 in the morning.
I think 1 was maybe the latest. I remember.
Okay, maybe I was meaning then 11, 12, maybe 1 in the morning.
On school nights, I had to get up the next morning. So
pretty much, and we would just talk and have fun.
Worth it.
Oh yeah.
It was really cool.
So
that's kind of the premise of what we want to do from here on out with the revamping of the Brain Rack.
Pretty much. As a thought that we had originally was racking our brains for you, the viewers. Mm-hmm. Just having fun and
If you also, we'll probably reiterate this from every other video or something. We'll figure out a way, but if you have a topic suggestion that you want us to start off as to expound upon and to see where it goes, we'll put contact information in the description below.
Yep, and definitely just leave a comment too. That we might do something with that too.
Sweet.
Later on, we'll mention it in the videos or in the description below. When and if we do that.
Right. Because just like with any YouTube format, it starts one way, but then eventually it progresses to get better and better and
new heights.
Better and
yep.
So who knows? Like the equipment we're using today, we might be using something totally different next year, a couple years from now,
or next month.
It
could evolve that quickly. It could take, like he was saying, a year or so. Anyways, we'll see where it goes. It's going to be fun, though, I think.
Right.
All right. So the next one that I have here is filler episodes. For weeks we have not time to record. It's exactly what I wrote or typed.
It maybe for anybody who's watched a YouTuber for long enough can probably catch on that if they're taking a break for a while but still want to put content up, they'll have some pre-recorded stuff and then they'll stash it away for times they want to take a break.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be doing that as well. I think we'll... I don't know exactly how it will look or what it'll be like, but it'll still be good content, hopefully, and you guys will still enjoy it. Sweet. I mean, it's us. It'll still be us doing it, so I wouldn't see... If you guys enjoy watching us anyways, I don't see why you would like to watch that too. Anyways.
Yeah.
Alright.
And this is kind of just more for our... I wouldn't say our benefit, but we want to do this a little bit more kind of in a natural setting instead of going on an off-site location to make something work out in a certain time. Because if you remember in our... Would you call it an alpha season?
Something like that, yeah. I think we're now in our beta season, probably.
Yeah.
Because we're a little bit more mature, etc.
Yeah, so we have a better understanding of what exactly needs to go into a recording of an episode.
Yep.
But anyways, that's just a side note. What else do you got?
Grammar and language differences.
Nice.
That's going to be fun. One of my sayings that I like to say on the grammar side is actually the you have not needs good grammars. Yeah, if you can figure out what that actually means, then good job. You know how to speak.
You're that much more in tune with our kind of way of thinking, and we hope you enjoy that.
Yeah.
Well, because he's. You'll quickly find out that some statements we take quite literally, and
Yep.
some we take figuratively and switch it between literal and figurative. And
so we literally figuratively speak.
Yeah.
Or figuratively literal.
Speak.
We mix and match and go back and forth a lot. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely good fun.
Mm-hmm. And then we have sleep cycles and REM sleep, other things to that nature.
Nice.
I've done a lot of study on sleep and stuff like that. Not necessarily in the normal study of it in scientific or like in a laboratory or schooling setting, but I've done it actually on my own body, which is a lot of fun in my opinion. So
you've kind of messed around with different kinds of sleep cycles and
yep,
trying to make an observation and then just testing it for yourself to see if it works.
pretty much. So it's like my personal style of sleep, and we can expound more on that in perhaps a later episode when we actually talk about it and start off with it.
All right.
We have Trivial. Do you remember that?
Trivial. It
At
doesn't
all?
ring a bell.
Okay. Trivial. I'll leave that for a future episode. So make sure to tune in again to see what that actually means.
Oh, and once you subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell notification because you have to. It's not only subscribe, but resubscribe to get notifications. So, because YouTube.
Yeah. I would say you have to subscribe to us and then to let other people know about who you're liking. But then also, in what you said, subscribe to the notifications itself.
Yeah.
That might be why YouTube did it. I don't know about that.
They have their reasons.
Yeah. We'll leave it for them to figure out.
I'm scratching my head a lot in this episode. Is my head really like, oh hey, it's that guy that scratched his head a lot in the video. It's like, what's his name from the I'm trying to remember, but there was one character in The Walking Dead who would rub his head a lot and stuff, like rub the back of his head a lot.
Okay.
Some parody trailer channel kind of made a mock parody of The Walking Dead, and they kind of pointed that out and stuff like, yeah, he really does rub his head a lot.
That's funny. Alright, the next thing that I have here is puzzles and solutions. Doing puzzles on camera, I think would be kind of fun to do. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that.
More than just like your normal putting pieces together puzzles.
Those are jigsaw.
Yeah, and then we've got like your Rubik's Cubes.
Mm-hmm. I love doing Rubik's Cubes personally.
Three-dimensional puzzles would be kind of cool.
Oh, that would. Maybe a time lapse of one?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be Mamma mia good. Wait, that's for food.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a spicy puzzle solution.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's basically who we are.
Right. I hope you'll have as much fun watching this as we are making it. So.
Indubitably.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I also use some fairly large words. You might learn some stuff on that. Anyways, the next one that I have last is actually something that I think would be quite fun. A draw battle.
A drawing battle.
Yeah, where we draw and you get to watch us do it.
Mm-hmm. It would be interesting because I have not very good artistic skills.
I don't usually. I can have, like, spurts of inspiration and be decently good, but most of the time I'm like, eh.
Yeah. I usually, well, as of recent, I have reached out to people who are better artists than myself, and I'll pitch kind of a crossover idea or a, like, I've actually paid a couple commissions before of, like, crossover ideas, or maybe mixing a game with, like, a TV show idea.
Cool.
I don't know what it is about it, but I really like seeing novel crossover
drawing ideas
and kind of seeing people's reaction to it as well.
That'd be kind of fun to do too.
And so, but anyways, that's kind of the idea the ideas Christian had. And so, in summary, we're glad to be back.
Indubitably, and I really want to get this going.
We're going to be, we ourselves are committed to a schedule to record once a week, and then we'll be uploading once a week with our main series, and then we're probably we have an idea to do like some stuff outside this normal setting, because with
different things. We'll leave it at that, I think, just to kind of keep it a bit suspenseful, and if you want to watch it as they come out, definitely do the subscription and bell.
Absolutely. So with that, we'll leave it there.
Indubitably.
And until the next video, we'll see you guys then.
Yes. Ciao.
This way.